supposed to be with live. I'm showing you quick like these lines. This will be with live. Okay, cool. It's currently live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Silver Eagles Stadium in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, for Atlantic City FC versus Westchester United Soccer Club. Please rise for the national anthem.
With you as Atlantic City FC hosts Westchester United Soccer Club on this gloomy Sunday afternoon. Atlantic City coming into this game 2-0-1, 7 points tied for the top in the Keystone Conference, while Westchester sitting at 2-0 at 6 points, trailing Atlantic City right behind them. Both teams eager to get rolling here in Week 4 of the 2021 season. As you see down below, Atlantic City sporting the fancy kits, little shades of purple, while Westchester sporting the black tops and blue shorts. Starters today for Atlantic City: Basafe Dot, Daniel Diaz-Bonilla, Johnny Fennick, Stelios Melikos, Adam Tate, Jeremy Opong, Christian Schneider, Nicholas Longer, Nicholas Cordini, Loic Jean-Baptiste, and in goal, Marvin Dorchin. Atlantic City coming off a 6-0 victory last week over Hershey FC, so the scoring came out. Now sitting at a +9 goal differential on the season. Starting lineups for Westchester are as follows: Derek Ramirez, Levi Maruka, Luca Meller, Justin Jamie, Charles Wilson, Colin Muller, Kyle Tucker, Kyle Hellman, Bennett Detweiler, Isaac McGinnis, and in net, Nicholas Christofferson. One last huddle for Atlantic City. Put 45 minutes on the clock. Just about ready to get going. Westchester to kick things off, and we are underway from Egg Harbor Township High School here in New Jersey. Ball quickly finds its way out of bounds. Atlantic City trying to take advantage with the throw-in. Ball trickles back to the Atlantic City defensive line. We'll push out of bounds, and now Westchester with a chance to set things up here in the offensive zone as Muller will throw it in. This is Ramirez, back over to Muller. Stolen away now, Tate getting it away to Diaz-Bonilla. Atlantic City on the move. Jean-Baptiste on the receiving end of this one. near the corner, coming on in strong. Out in front, denied quickly by that defensive line of Westchester. Atlantic City threatening early, and we're going to get a whistle. Johnny Fennick not a fan of the call, and it's a turnover for Atlantic City. Westchester switches off to Christofferson to boot this one deep. Ball trickling around. Atlantic City trying to regain possession here. McGinnis sends it back to the back line for Westchester, and up the field it goes, but Atlantic City will corral. As Longer sets it back to Dorchin. Now Atlantic City taking up the far sideline. Up ahead, that's Opong. Cannot corral it in. Out of bounds it goes. And Westchester takes over. Scramble around midfield. Atlantic City on the offensive. Foul quickly, Atlantic City. Now Tate backs off. This ball sent a long way to the defensive line of Atlantic City, as now they try to clear it out of the zone. Tate now on the near side. Some nifty footwork, but he'll send it back over to Fennick. And now Atlantic City will reset. Dot swinging around over to Longer. Now Longer to the near side. This is Fennick. Atlantic City taking their time here this afternoon. Dot tried to send one up. That pass is intercepted. And now Tucker sends it up. Ball trickling back down to Fennick. Dorchin corrals. Atlantic City attempting to reset once again. Longer being chased, though. Up to the near side, that's Tate. Tate now ahead, looking for Opong, giving chase. But Christofferson clears. And so goes that threat. Hellman tried to send it up. Good defense there by Diaz Bonilla, but last touched by Atlantic City. Muller to throw it in. Finds Wilson. Ball cleared. Now Westchester to reset. Detweiler sent it back to Christofferson. Bit of a slower pace to start this game. Not too much threatening from either side offensively. Atlantic City came out swinging last week against Hershey FC. Put up 6 goals in the game, 3 in each half. On their way to their second shutout of the season. Schneider was in a battle for Atlantic City along the far side. Now Westchester coming back up. This ball sent to the near side. This is Muller. Settles down with it. Trying to cross over. I'll get it over to Ramirez. The back line now, far side. Good D from Atlantic City, but we have a whistle and a foul. Free kick upcoming. If you're looking at the markings on the football field, this is set up around the 15-yard line on the far side. First set piece of the day. This one's sent in, up high, around front, and just missed wide. After a couple of deflections, in Atlantic City avoids disaster there as Opon clears. Good chase here by Melikos of Atlantic City. Now Jean-Baptiste nearly took it away from Christopherson, who does clear it just momentarily. Good collision there from Tate. And now Westchester has to try to end this threat. Christopherson will clear. Out of bounds it goes. Atlantic City has the ball. Beg your pardon, ruled for Westchester. Muller to throw it in. Wilson across the field. Snuffed out again. That was Schneider. Good coverage here for Atlantic City, and man down, got a whistle. Melikos arguing that his jersey was grabbed. A little over 7 minutes gone in this first half. Neither team really threatening on the offensive. Westchester had the lone chance on a set piece just a few moments ago. But we are still scoreless in the early goings of this one. Dorshan sends one deep down the field as Christopherson will corral it. And now Westchester resets. This one sent downfield, headed away by Dot. Atlantic City trying to take advantage. Melikos, good head full of steam, sliding tackle attempt, and now Atlantic City gets the ball back. But hold the phone, have another whistle. Foul on Atlantic City, and Westchester retains possession here. Melikos has been a pain in the backside of Westchester so far. Trying to steal it away again here. Sends it up the sideline. Westchester retains for now. It's Wilson. Just gets the ball away and he'll trickle down to the goalkeeper, Marvin Dorchin. Atlantic City's only given up 2 goals through 3 contests this season. Dorchin, though, has given up both of them. Opon to corral it. Melikos up the field. This is Jean-Baptiste now. Sending off to the far side. Inside Opon, the header, and it's in! A goal for Atlantic City. Jeremy Opon heading it through. And it's a 1-0 lead. About 10 minutes gone here in the first half. Opon with his second goal of the season. Makes it count. One stroke of the head. That was Atlantic City's bread and butter last week against Hershey FC. A lot of those goals scored on crossers, headers, and just chances out in front of the net. Let's see what Westchester can do now, trailing 1-0. Big offensive chance here. This is Hellman coming on in strong as Dorchin dives in and steals the ball away. Still a 1-0 lead for Atlantic City. Fennick across the field. Atlantic City now. Trying to take it up the field. Opong on the receiving end. Jean-Baptiste gives chase. And Christopherson corrals it for Westchester. A steal here for Atlantic City and a chance now. Here's Tate on front. Goes across the net and he's in. Another goal for Atlantic City, and just like that, it's a 2-0 lead. When Atlantic City strikes, they strike fast. Immediately, a 2-0 lead. Take a look at it again. Tate, beautifully done with the left foot. His second of the season. And in a matter of a couple minutes, Atlantic City has opened up a 2-0 lead over Westchester. Westchester now threatening, and there's that Atlantic City defense. Is Longer clears it, but we do have a whistle. Tough to get by the big man, Nicholas Longer, staying at 6'5". But now Westchester a chance, see if they can set up here, try to get one back. Just joining us, Atlantic City, a 2-0 lead. A little over 13 minutes gone in this contest. Goals scored by Jeremy Opong at the 10-minute mark and Auden Tate just a few moments ago at the 13-minute mark. Atlantic City's goal differential now up to plus 11 for the season as they play their fourth game of the year. That one immediately blocked, and Longer clears it out of bounds to the right side. Great D once again from AC. Ball had a little bit, a chance here for Westchester, snuffed out as Dorchin dives on that one. Hellman gave chase. But now Atlantic City will reset things. Dot sends this one a long way. Jean-Baptiste going back for it. Headed away, and now Westchester trying to clear it out of the zone. Longer corrals. Send it across. This is Schneider. And now Atlantic City reset. Back to Dorchin, and now Dot on the far side. Fennick. Now Tate. Scored the second goal of the game. Now Longer. Huge boot across midfield. Trying to get it out of the zone. Westchester threatening now. McGinnis up the field. Schneider will clear. Justin Jamie gave chase. Now he's got it again on the far sideline. Up to McGinnis. McGinnis lost sight of it. Diaz Bonilla going for it for Atlantic City. And Diaz Bonilla clears. That one will trickle out of bounds near the Atlantic City bench. And Westchester retains possession. McGinnis and Diaz-Bonilla collide and go down. They're going to rule that a foul, looks like on Atlantic City. Westchester moving quickly. Far sideline. Good defense from Schneider. Melikos in there as well for Atlantic City. This one sent in. Tate heads one out. And Diaz-Bonilla gets it up the field. After that one bounced around a little bit out of bounds. Atlantic City retains possession here. "17 minutes gone in this first half. Atlantic City, what seems to be a big 2-0 lead at the moment. Fennec to Jean-Baptiste. That ball trickles down the field and out of bounds it goes as Cudini tried to find someone on the receiving end. Scrambling for the ball. Jean-Baptiste comes out with it for Atlantic City. Up ahead for Opong. Opong trying to get clear. He's knocked down. They want a whistle. They'll get one. Tate angry at that one as Opong is down. Take another look at that. Hard tackle by Muller. Opong is up, though. He'll jog it back over. Rejoin his teammates as now Atlantic City looks to set up something. Trying to push this lead. Diaz-Bonilla to send it in. Atlantic City's been very successful as of late on the set pieces. Diaz-Bonilla sends one in. A chance out in front and just goes wide and cleared back out of bounds. But Atlantic City threatening they'll have another chance at it. Quick throw in. Fennec in the air. Longer tried to head one down. Westchester clears. Another throw in here for Atlantic City on the far side. Still threatening in the offensive zone. Long throw in near the box and right into the arms of Christofferson. On the far sideline now, Westchester trying to advance. Out of bounds it goes and ruled in favor of Atlantic City. So now they'll have a chance to push it back up the field as they hang on to this 2-0 lead here in the first half. And advance it up the field is Westchester. Looking for a scoring threat. Cleared out once again by that big back line for Atlantic City. Miller. Across the way. Ball trickles out. Now it's Opong for Atlantic City. Up the field. Has Tate just mistimed the ball. He will corral it. Tate Trying to set something up. Send it back over to Fennick. And now Atlantic City wants to reset as Longer sends it over to Dorchin. And across the way for Dot. That one trickles off Melikos and back into possession of Westchester. McGinnis. Send to the back line, and now Christopherson will boot one deep. Goudini. Swing it back around. Here's Longer. Dorchin now setting it up. Here's Fennick. Fennick saying to hold on as Dorchin gets it over to the far side. Here's Dot. Longer with some pressure. And get over to Tate here on the near side. Tate on the move. Diaz Bonilla. Lost the ball there. It's loose as Dot gives chase, but Wilson will get it for Westchester. Sends one in just over the head of Hellman, and Tate will give chase. He'll corral it, and Atlantic City takes over with possession. Halfway point of the first half. Atlantic City with the 2-0 lead. Meller. Far side now. This one's sent up a long way. And Fennick goes back for it. Now Dorchin. Atlantic City will swing it back and forth. Back over to Fennick. They don't like what they see. Keeping it in the defensive zone. Dot now. Back to Dorchin again. Elevates one to Tate, and let's see what he can do with it. This is Diaz Bonilla. Got pressure behind him. Tate up the near side. Up ahead, just missed Melikos. That ball trickles away and gets over to Christopherson as now Westchester looks to reset. Muller. Up ahead, stolen by Fennick, and now Tate. Tate's in nifty footwork. Fennick again near side. Back to the big man, Longer. Dot on the far side. Send it back to Dorchin. Dot up the far sideline. Headed down. Melikos giving chase. Westchester does get it back here. This is Muller. Now McGinnis lost it. Goudini will send it over to Fennick. Gone back and forth over the last few minutes in changes of possession. As this one's launched downfield, and Christopherson corrals. Meller gets this one to Ramirez. Ramirez. Now Muller. Ramirez again. Three defenders around him. Might have a chance here. Here's Wilson. Ball trickles loose, and it's going to go wide of the net, but we do have a whistle. Dorchin was out of net. Wilson got tripped up, and Dot is trying to figure out what happened there. Take a look at it again. You see the collision with Wilson and Dorchin. See what Westchester can do on this set piece. Another big opportunity here for Westchester. Trying to cut into this lead. Tate is down on the near side, but he is up. He was shaken up a little bit. And now he is going back down. So Auden Tate, who scored before, will now take a seat. And here comes the training staff to the near side of the field. Auden Tate, who has 2 goals on the season, scored 1 today at the 13-minute mark. He'll get checked out by the training staff as he remains seated. Coming into today, the 21-year-old out of UConn had 1 goal coming in today and logged 196 minutes of game time. He's an important piece to that offensive attack for Atlantic City. Tate is back to his feet, is limping though. He'll have to sit in the back of the cart. So he'll get a round of applause as Tate now will head back to the sideline on the cart. Let's see who's coming in now for Atlantic City. We'll check on the substitution momentarily. In the meantime, Westchester has a prime opportunity to cut this lead in half. The shot blocked by that front line. Another opportunity. That one goes wide on the shot from Muller. So he kicked one off the rebound. Ball goes wide to the left, so Dorchin, despite his dive, did not have to stop that one. And the score remains 2-0. Spencer Patton coming on for Atlantic City. So he'll get his first licks this afternoon. Coming into today, Patton's logged 36 minutes. But he'll be on a little bit longer in place of the injured Auden Tate. This is Diaz Bonilla now. Schneider tried to get it up. Scramble for the ball now at midfield, and Atlantic City corrals it. Here's Longer. Up the far sideline. A little too far for Schneider. And out of bounds it goes. Maruka trying to throw one in. It's a high throw. Still on the sideline. Atlantic City pressuring. Out of bounds again it goes, and Maruka for another throw-in. Opon giving chase. Keeping the pressure up. Atlantic City's pressing. Westchester retains possession here. 30 minutes gone in this first half. 2-0 Atlantic City. That one just got away as the Longer now sends one sky high. That's Jamie. Stolen away. Diaz Bonilla now. Atlantic City will reset things as Dot corrals. Longer. Triple teamed and sends this one back to Dorchin. Who gets over the near side? It's Fennick. Fennick up the way as Jean-Baptiste gave chase. Diaz Bonilla fighting for this one. A lot of Atlantic City shirts around. Diaz Bonilla gets it. Back to Longer. And across the way for Dot. Up ahead, and this one knocked down. Cudini tried to corral it. Fight for the ball now. Atlantic City does get it back. Schneider. Misfired on that pass to Melikos, and it trickles out of bounds. Arguments for the call as to who last touched it. Atlantic City wanted a corner, but we are going to get a goal kick. Diaz Bonilla. Schneider on the far side. Diaz Bonilla again. The back line of Longer. Swing it over to Fennick. Calling for some help. Scudini sends it back to Dorchin. And Atlantic City just playing keep away here late in the first half. Fennick looking for somewhere to go. It's back over to Dorchin. He'll swing it over to Dot. And you can see when the ball trickles along the turf how wet it is out there. These guys get their footing and get proper foot placement on the ball. Dot up the way for Opong. Tracks it down. Some nifty passing here from Atlantic City. Melikos. This one sent in near the box. Patton was in the area, but Westchester will clear. Longer coming up. Takes that one away. Schneider elevates one and right into the arms of Christopherson. Christopherson taking his time here. Manchester still looking for their first goal of the afternoon. Their chances have come sparingly on this gloomy day. Manchester not without their scoring, though. Back-to-back games with 3 goals apiece. A 3-1 win on May 16th over Hershey FC. And just last week on the 22nd, took down First State FC 3-1 as well. Neither team has dropped a game this season. Westchester coming into today 2-0. While Atlantic City is 2-0-1. Lone draw coming against FC Motown back on May 15th. That game finished 2-2. That's Ramirez getting it back for Westchester as Meller sends it along to the far side. Nifty footwork from Maruka up the sideline. Send it back over to Tucker. Long kick ahead up to Muller. Atlantic City's defense scrambling, and they do clear it away. Out of bounds it goes. But Ramirez quickly throwing this one back in. Miller to the far side. Up ahead for McGinnis. Near side Muller. Airing one up. That one's headed down right into the lap of Dot, and it deflects out of bounds. And we are getting ready for a corner kick here for Westchester. Get our first one of the afternoon. Kyle Tucker. See what Tucker can do from the corner. This one sent high in the air. Headed back across. And Westchester really could not set anything up there. Tucker going back for it again, and it goes out of bounds. Goal kick here for Atlantic City. There was a flurry earlier in the first half as Atlantic City put up 2 goals. Since then, they've been pressuring Westchester, failing to find the offensive zone consistently. We had to do a lot of this, getting it to the back line and clearing. Whistled down as Maruka hits the deck for Westchester. Foul on Atlantic City. And now here's McGinnis. Good juke there by McGinnis. Up ahead, Westchester, offensive chance. Good D from Atlantic City. Good pass here inside. Closing in on the net. Ball trickles. And that one did hit the line. I beg your pardon, Dorchin did fall on it. So it does stay in play. And we keep going. First big threat from Westchester in a while. Fennick sends one a long way. Opong trying to get up to it. Ball headed down towards midfield. Crossed the way for Maruka. And Westchester pressing once again. Another opportunity. Another shot, and that one goes wide. We haven't seen too many shots from Westchester this afternoon. But now they are threatening. And did last touch an Atlantic City defender. It's another corner kick. Tucker to send one in. That one's headed. It's loose and cleared out of the way. Atlantic City ends that threat. But Westchester remains here in the offensive zone as Muller will throw it in. Ramirez getting it back again. Misfired on that pass, no one home. And up the way, that one just out of reach as well. So Atlantic City turns it over. Jean-Baptiste just missed it. Was trying to head up the side with a full head of steam as Patton collides with Ramirez, and we're going to get a foul. Patton not a fan of the call. We play on. That ball will trickle down. And the speed of Jean-Baptiste to give chase. He knocks down Meller. He threw his hands up, and now he's going to get the yellow. Jean-Baptiste threw his hands up, only collided with his chest, but referee has seen enough. So Loic Jean-Baptiste gets the yellow card at the 42-minute mark. We play on. Approaching the end of the first half, Atlantic City a 2-0 lead. Goals scored by Jeremy Opong and Auden Tate. That ball trickles out of bounds. Last touch by Westchester. Atlantic City takes over. Let's see if they can get one last push here before heading into the locker room. Opong giving a lot of chase to that ball, making Westchester's defense really work to clear it out. Does go out of bounds. And here comes the throw-in. Up ahead, that one out of bounds again. Last touch by Westchester. And Atlantic City will try to set something up. Schneider to toss one in. Long way ahead, headed up in the air, and a diving save there by Christopherson with one hand to deflect it away from the net. Very impressive. That ends the threat momentarily. But Diaz-Bonilla will trot over to the near side corner. This will be Atlantic City's first corner kick of the afternoon. Send it in, Diaz-Bonilla. Long way ahead, longer, heads it, and that one goes wide, right of the net. We are approaching the end of the half. Patton now gives chase for Atlantic City. Here's Fennick. Up ahead again. Atlantic City with a chance now. Loic Jean-Baptiste coming in strong. That one trickles wide, a shot on net, and it goes in for the score. Another goal for Atlantic City. This time it's Christian Schneider. An absolute bullet. He gets his second goal of the season. A 3-0 lead for Atlantic City. Another look at that. Right past Christopherson in the upper corner of the net. Looked like Jean-Baptiste's pass was going to get away and not set anything up. But Schneider's foot on the other end of it and a 3-0 lead for Atlantic City. We'll get a minute of additional time here before we go into the locker room. And get another foul on Jean-Baptiste, and here he's got to be a little bit careful. Already has the yellow card today. This one's ahead. Muller on the receiving end, and Dorchin dives in and corrals that ball, ends that offensive threat. Let's see if Atlantic City just sits on here to get to the locker room. Up 3 goals. This one's booted in the air to the back line of Westchester. Send it back up. That's Hellman. Hellman elevates one. Schneider heads it back, but now Westchester, maybe one last push here. The crossover deflected away by Schneider, who just scored the goal, and he's being a big-time defensive presence here. And he'll boot one deep. Back to Christopherson. Meller. Up ahead, McGinnis lost the control of that one. Goudini sends it up. A chance now again for Atlantic City, and Christopherson dives in on that one once more. Opong was looking for his second one of the afternoon. Beg your pardon, we had slightly more than a minute of additional time here in the half. Referees still checking their watches. Remember, we had the yellow card and an injury before. Goudini has this one for Atlantic City. Now he's knocked down from behind, but he last touched it as Hellman kicks it back in. Actually, they're going to rule that a foul, so it will be a free kick for Atlantic City. Longer will be the one to boot it. Sends this one a long way. Schneider going for it. Got a chance and couldn't corral it enough as Christopherson gets it back into his hands. There's the whistles, and we are going to head into the halftime locker room. Atlantic City has blown it open once again in the first half, a 3-0 lead over Westchester. Goals scored by Jeremy Opong, Auden Tate, and Christian Schneider at the 10, 13, and 45-minute marks, respectively. Well, at the halftime, once again, Atlantic City up 3-0 on Westchester at the half. Back here for the second half between Atlantic City and Westchester. Atlantic City FC opening up a 3-0 lead in that first half on goals scored by Jeremy Opong, Auden Tate, and Christian Schneider at the 10, 13, and 45-minute marks. Westchester United unable to really get anything going offensively in those first 45 minutes. We'll see what changes here in the second half. Glad you're back with us. Nick Costco with you on the call. Live here from Egg Harbor Township High School in South Jersey. Atlantic City looking to push their record to 3-0-1 after this afternoon. Get another 3 points and stay atop the Keystone Conference standings. Westchester United, meanwhile, coming into today 2-0, only their third game of the season, as we sit here in Week 4 of the 2021 NPSL season. And despite the weather today, with the rain, wind, cold on this Memorial Day weekend, one thing that's great is to have this league back after the 2020 canceled season amid the pandemic. Atlantic City will start things out here. They'll kick it off with Diaz Bonilla at midfield. Just waiting on the referee's whistle. And here we go for the second half of play. Teams have switched sides. Westchester trying to get something going here after not being able to capitalize on the few chances they had in that first frame. That's Tima for Westchester in that last exchange, as he just entered the game. Schneider jogging over to the far sideline to throw it in for Atlantic City. He has to dry the ball as much as possible with his shirt. He scored the last goal of that first half on a bullet set up on a pass from Louis Jean-Baptiste. Throw in here, deflected, back towards him. There's Diaz Bonilla. Nifty footwork and passing. Melikos now straight on towards the net, and that one's just saved. Tipped away over the crossbar. Beautifully done by Christofferson. Take a look at that again. Melikos bullet with that right foot. Almost found the corner. And you saw Christofferson elevate high and tip that one out of the way. Corner kick opportunity for Atlantic City. Diaz Bonilla to send it in. Up and away, the header right on to Christofferson. Good attempt, though, from Atlantic City. But he makes a huge save there. Schneider to throw it in. Long toss. Melikos trying to handle it. Now Diaz Bonilla trying to get around a couple defenders. Cross the way. This is Patton. Up ahead for Diaz Bonilla. Inside. Good defense. Ball still loose and cleared out. Westchester ending these early threats from Atlantic City. It's Dot. Fennick now. Up ahead for Patton. Jean-Baptiste, covered tight by Maruka, and that ball hit straight on towards Christofferson's hands. He'll glove it down. He'll try to throw this one back in as he awaits everyone take their position. Jamie smacked that one down for Westchester. It trickles out of bounds, and now he will be the one to throw it back in for Westchester United. McGinnis. Tima to the back line. Detweiler. He's pressured by Opong. Detweiler still has it. Gets it up. Tucker now. McGinnis avoiding 3 Atlantic City players. We'll get over to the far side now. And we're going to get a foul. That looks like Fielding on the far side, who's newly checked into the game. And now he is down being looked at by the referee. See if he's okay. Does get up. And we'll get ready to resume play with this free kick from Westchester. Tucker for the free kick. Sends one in deep. A little long. And that one's cleared out to the side by Diaz Bonilla. Westchester still with possession, though. Now we sent back in. Here's Melikos. Melikos, that one trickles out of bounds, and last touch by Westchester. So Atlantic City will reset, try to get out of their own zone. That's Kudini. You'll notice the number switch going from 36 to 20 in the halftime locker room. Unsure of the reasoning other than probably a rip. McGinnis inside, cleared out by the defensive line, and that one sent a long way out of bounds over the safety netting as well. Say it again. Atlantic City will get back towards midfield to reset. Dorchin will boot one away. Tucker sends it back into the zone as Longer gives chase for Atlantic City, but he'll let it trickle out of bounds. And we'll get another goal kick. So Atlantic City's threatened early in this half, as they did within the first 10 minutes of the first frame. Westchester has had to do a lot of cleanup so far. Until now, here's Wilson, a chance, trying to corral the ball, defended off by Longer. That shot goes through the football crossbars. And unfortunately for Westchester, that does not count. Threatening now Longer. Going to clear it away. And Atlantic City gets it back onto the plus side of the field. Meller trying to get away from a couple AC shirts. Tucker. It's over to Jamie. Jamie backing up with it. Splitting the defenders. Nifty footwork. Jamie still along with the ball. And that one cleared away by Dot. Out of bounds it goes. And now Tucker will throw it back in. Beg your pardon, to set up a free kick here after the foul. Well, Tucker getting set. See what Westchester can do with this set piece. Bending kick along the way and gets out of reach. Out of bounds it goes. Another goal kick here for Westchester. Beg your pardon, for Atlantic City. Dorchin boots one. Back towards midfield. Headed down. Up ahead. Good slide tackle there by Schneider. Almost fell down. Had to fix his sock. And he's all good. Tucker now gets it. Almost stolen away by Opong. Tucker again. Detweiler. Boots one high in the air. Loose and for the taking. Hellman across the way looking for a man. Finds no one in the direction of fielding. Some discussion going on the far side of the field as Fennick awaits to throw it in. We'll resume. This one's sent ahead, and Melikos with a head full of steam is given chase, and Christofferson will just clear that one out of the way. Atlantic City wants to work fast. Schneider gets it into Cadini. Cadini lost that one from behind. Good play there by Detweiler. Tima now. Avoiding contact with Diaz Bonilla. That one's sent up ahead. Fielding on the far side, crossing the man up. Sends one inside. Wilson, the header goes up and wide. But now Westchester starting to threaten a little bit. Putting the pressure on that Atlantic City defense. Atlantic City will take a slight breather here as Dorchin takes his time to reset for this kick. Just a little over 10 minutes played in this second half. Atlantic City hanging on to a 3-0 lead, courtesy of all goals coming in the first half. End over end kick for Dorchin. Head up in the air. Opong heads one down. Atlantic City now a chance. Jean-Baptiste lost control for a second. Ball kicked away. Now Tima sends it up, and Westchester comes back the other way. Fielding, not slowing down, and it looks like he stepped out of bounds. He didn't like the call. Nonetheless, Atlantic City takes over, and Fennick will toss it back in. And now, I think they're changing it up here. Atlantic City jumped on the opportunity, but it looks like it's going to be a free kick for Westchester as Miller booted it deep, and now we have more whistles. Initially, it looked like Fielding stepped out of bounds, but we did hear whistles. Turned into a free kick for Westchester, and now there's more discussion. Now we're going to get a yellow card. Is that on Westchester? I think it was. We'll clear up the yellow card confusion. Indication was Westchester. Here's the free kick. Tima up ahead for Wilson. Trying to track one down. Can he get it before it goes out of bounds? Keeps it in. He's in the corner now. This is Fielding. Fielding coming around. That one deflected around, and good D there from Atlantic City. Roberto Alarcon Size for the first time today. Good defense by him. Gus really picking up as that ball finds its way right to Dorchin. He'll send this one a long way, headed right back towards positive side of the field for Westchester. And now, no whistle on the field as Diaz Bonilla hit the deck. And now they will call a foul, so it comes back the other way. Fennick over to Dot. Chance down for Atlantic City. Head full of steam. Alcron Size. Just misfired on that pass. Cudini. Diaz Bonilla. Some nifty footwork. Alcron Size again. Head for Cudini. Jean-Baptiste lost that one. Good D by Westchester. Now we'll trickle back down as Longer sends it over to Dorchin. Stop and kick is Patton. A little too strong. Westchester a chance. Wilson ahead. Ball gets loose and it'll trickle over towards Dorchin. Hellman was there for Westchester, but nothing doing. Jean-Baptiste lost that one as Tucker sends it out of bounds and Atlantic City retains possession. Well, Atlantic City kept the pressure on early in this second half. But now the momentum has turned the other way for Westchester as they've been threatening. But they have not found the back of the net quite yet. Still in a 3-0 hole. Fennick looking for Opong down the field. Got a collision. And no whistles as Miller corrals that one, sends it back the other way, and out of bounds it goes. Scrumming for the ball along the sideline, sent back up by Fennick. Now Westchester ahead. Hellman had that one poked away by Diaz Bonilla. Now Longer corrals it. Gets it back over to Dorchin. This one sent sky high again. Opong trying to get on the other end of that header. Fennick now. Longer. Going way up ahead. Jean-Baptiste up to Opong now. Giving chase. He's got it. Trying to settle in. Coming in. Towards the box. Shot on net. That goes and deflected wide away from the net. Christopherson didn't have to move much. But Atlantic City once again pressing offensively. Looks like Diaz Bonilla will take the corner again and get a couple subs coming on for Westchester. Drew Blackwell coming on for the first time today, as well as Michael Hughes. The corner from Diaz Bonilla up in the air, headed, That one gets away. Longer gives chase. Out of bounds it goes. Still ruled in favor of Atlantic City. But the corner threat is over. Opong to throw it in. That's a floater. Longer heads it back. Popped up in the air. Westchester trying to keep it out, and Opong can't get on the receiving end of that pass as it goes out of bounds. And back would come the other way. Fielding, good job to keep it in, and now ruled out of bounds. Alacron saves to throw it back in. That one's sent ahead, but this is McGinnis now. Tima. He was pressured now. Patton gets it back for Atlantic City, up to Jean-Baptiste. Move it ahead, pass just a little far out of reach for Opong. As Tima tries to clear it out of the way. McGinnis. He's got Tucker. Fielding now. Sends it ahead. Here's Hughes. Hughes inside, defended away. Fielding, shot on net, and that one goes in. Thomas Fielding puts one through, and Westchester ends the shutout. They get their first goal of the game. Cuts it to a 3-1 lead for Atlantic City. That's the first goal Atlantic City has given up in a couple weeks since their 2-2 draw with FC Motown back on May 15th. They won with a 6-0 shutout against Hershey FC just last week. Well, 4 goals across the total in this game. First one there, Fielding for Westchester. And we'll see how Atlantic City responds now. This is McGinnis for Westchester. Moving strong. Diaz-Bina gets it back, though, for AC. Opong. Back to Patton. They'll swing it around, and now Atlantic City wants to reset things. To the back line, here's Longer. Dorchin. This one popped up, and Westchester trying to corral. Ball will go out of bounds towards the benches. Fennick to toss it in. Past the 67-minute mark. So we are a little bit past the halfway point of the second half. As Westchester finally answered. But now Atlantic City looking to respond. Battle for the ball on the sideline, out of bounds it goes. Ruled in favor of Westchester. Christopherson to settle things down here. Deadweiler sends it back. Atlantic City threatening. Jean-Baptiste popped that one up, and Christopherson will snag it out of the air. So Atlantic City's threatening. They're pressing hard again like they did early in the first half and the early goings of this second frame. Blackwell got up close and personal with Dorchin on that last exchange. Westchester trying to press themselves. Dorchin sends one down. Ball's loose. Tima. Possession ruled in favor after contact for Atlantic City. Got a man down around midfield. And Opong seems to be all right. He'll jog that one off. First scorer of the afternoon was Jeremy Opong at the 10-minute mark of the first half. Dorchin will come all the way up to midfield. He'll boot one deep. Fennec the header. Gets away, and Christopherson will snag it as he runs away from Dot. And Dot deflects that one. And now another yellow. Looks like Dot will be hit with the yellow card there. It's like Dot deflected that ball a little too early to the ref's eye, so he'll get the yellow. Jean-Baptiste also has one back from the first half for Atlantic City. Diaz Bonilla seeing this one away. Up ahead, Patton. Head full of steam. A chance here. Atlantic City has numbers. Inside, Opong. Ball's loose, and that one is in for another goal for Atlantic City. They take a 4-1 lead. Loic Jean-Baptiste on the scoring end there. Atlantic City bounces right back. Beautifully set up by Spencer Patton. And Jean-Baptiste gets his second goal of the season. It's now a 4-1 lead for Atlantic City. When I say Atlantic City has been a powerhouse offensively this season, this is now their fourth game of the year. And each of their games, they've scored at least 2 goals. They had a 3-0 shutout of First State FC back on May 8th. Had a draw with FC Motown, but they did put up 2 goals. As I mentioned previously, put up 6 last week in a shutout victory over Hershey FC, and they have 4 today. Calvin Semedo checking in for Atlantic City for the first time today. He's already given chase. He's definitely a spark plug. Had limited minutes last week, but when he checked in, created a lot of chances. He's got 39 total minutes on the season. A 20-year-old from France. Definitely a key player down the stretch in all these games for Atlantic City. This one sent to the back line as Dot will send it over to Dorchin. That one sent up the sideline, and Opong almost on the receiving end of that one, but it does go out of bounds. And Westchester will get possession. With that latest goal from Loic Jean-Baptiste for Atlantic City, their goal differential on the season now plus 12. We're going to get a substitution on the Westchester side. A goalkeeper switch. Alexander Dolce in for Westchester in net for the remainder of this contest. Longer tried to keep that one in. When he kicked the ball, it literally hit the flag. That's one way to get a corner kick. Just past the 74-minute mark in this one. Atlantic City backed up to a 3-goal lead. This one sent in way further away than anybody anticipated. Now we'll go out of bounds. That corner threat over for Westchester just like that. This one floats out of bounds once again. Atlantic City retains possession. This one sent ahead long again. Fielding going back forward. We got a whistle. So hold the phone.
Do you see a number on that? Do you see a number on the goalkeeper over there? Just making sure. Just making sure it's 0.
Tima had that one. He gets knocked down. He wanted a call. But it'll still be Atlantic City ball here. Alacron Says lost that one fielding. Now Semedo. Oh, and he did not realize he was out of bounds. Played a little bit wider than he should have. That ball goes out of bounds. This one headed back. The defensive line of Atlantic City is Dot. Could not get on the end of that pass from Dorcha. Now everyone has to hustle back. Westchester trying to go fast here. They're trying to catch Atlantic City off guard, but now they will slow things down, try to get set up properly as Detweiler comes to the sideline for the throw-in. Now one headed, it's going to trickle around, popped up in the air. Another header, and right into the hands of Dorchin, who falls down the ball safely. Keeps us a 4-1 game. This one goes sky high. Semedo giving chase. Diaz Bonilla up ahead. They'll get to the back line of Westchester. They'll boot it out of the zone. Say's couldn't get a handle on it. Fielding giving chase. Fielding. Trying to cross him over. Good D here. And that one trickles through, and we had a whistle before that one trickled into the back of the net. So rule out that goal. Close call for Atlantic City. They actually ruled that a goal. No celebration from Westchester. There was an early whistle. But the ball has come back to midfield and put another one up on the scoreboard for Westchester. And they have cut the lead in half. There appeared to be some confusion down below. But Westchester's back into it. Only down 4-2 now. Fielding going back for that one. Cannot get to it as it goes out of bounds, and Atlantic City will get possession back.
Chris, did you get a number on who kicked that one in?
Diaz Bonilla up ahead. Opon giving chase. Cannot get to it. Back to Westchester. Alex Pontani is also checked in for Atlantic City. First time today. Does have a goal in the season. 39 minutes of play coming into today.
26 took the shot in. The goalie touched it, but I didn't see any other player touch it, so I don't know if it was something maybe more than own goal.
I'll credit it to Fielding.
Fielding again. Tima. Up ahead, Codini. Couldn't get to it. Now Hughes. Across the way. Westchester pressing again. Up ahead, that ball's loose and flag up, offside.
I didn't see any other.
Say 26.
Yeah, I say 26 as he put in the cross, but maybe a deflection off the hand.
I literally heard a whistle. I thought they blew it dead.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We're going to credit the goal to Thomas Fielding, his second of the afternoon for Westchester on that previous exchange a few minutes ago amid the confusion.
Do you know what minute mark that was scored at? All good.
This one's sent into the box. Kept out. AC corrals it. Semedo trying to get around. Some nifty passing. Says inside. That one kept in. Westchester still defending. Tima now will get it. Up ahead for Fielding. He's got two. A little bit of an entanglement there. That ball gets loose now. Longer gives chase. Fennick up ahead. Atlantic City on the move. That one gets out of bounds. Past Patton. Atlantic City threatening again, and we got some contact. We will get a foul. Looks like it was just outside the box. Will be a free kick, though, for Atlantic City.
Unless they got the wide going on.
Diaz, Bonilla, and Codini over there. Try to set this one up. Diaz, Bonilla kicks one in. The header gets right to Christopherson. And a decent attempt there for Atlantic City. Beg your pardon, Dolce, the new goalkeeper. And now that one deflects off an Atlantic City shirt as well. Be another yellow. That's the second time that's happened for Atlantic City. Dot was the previous offender. Meller sends one up a long ways. Tima heads it ahead. Dorchin corrals. Atlantic City hanging on to this 4-2 lead. Trying to get out of here with another win. Smeto get into it. Ball punted away. Atlantic City on the move again. Patton. Coming around. Now we go back to Longer. Diaz Bonilla. Far side Fennick. Houdini. Nifty passing from Atlantic City. Patton sends one up. And a chance now again. Numbers for Atlantic City. Patton up ahead. Got a whistle as he goes down hard. And we're going to get a yellow. Another one on Westchester as Patton getting looked at. But he'll get back up. He'll shake that one off. Looks like the foul occurred just outside the box, so no penalty kick here for Atlantic City. Would have been given a prime opportunity to ice this one. We're in the 85th minute. Getting close to the end of this one, Atlantic City tries to hang on for their third win of the year. Fennick sends one in, and just on the outside. Great attempt, though. Didn't hook enough. Now Dolce to clear on the goal kick. McGinnis. Missed Tima, but it'll get back around. Up to Fielding now. Good crossover on Semedo. Fielding. Ahead. Blackwell. Back to McGinnis. Across the field. Atlantic City trying to get back into position. Diaz Bonilla couldn't get to it. Deflected away. He'll get it again now. Up ahead for Patton. Atlantic City trying to hurry. They get slowed down there. Goes out of bounds. They'll keep the ball, though. Both teams came into today without a loss. It appears Westchester bound for their first. Just hit the 87th minute. Meller now for the free kick. That one sent a long way as Dorchin corrals that one and ends any possible setup for Westchester. Thomas Fielding with 2 goals. Second one, a bit of a weird one, but it did trickle through despite the confusion. Semedo. And now he's knocked down. There's a foul, no card though. And they're going to rule it in favor of Westchester. Blackwell. Trying to hurry now for Westchester. Detweiler. Throw it in. One headed away. And out of bounds it goes again. A lot of confusion as to where the ball is supposed to go. Initially ruled in favor of Atlantic City, But it is Westchester ball. Detweiler to throw it in again. Tosses one in. Headed by Tima up in the air. That one kicked away, and it'll trickle out of bounds over the safety netting. Going to be a corner kick, though. Last touch by Atlantic City as Tucker comes to the near side. Crunch time for Westchester. Sends one in. The header, and it gets in! A third goal of the afternoon for Westchester. And hold the phone here. They're going to wave it off after discussion. You can see Drew Blackwell arguing the call. Westchester found themselves out of position, and the goal has been disallowed. Blackwell still arguing the call at the far side official. Dortcham will punt it away. As now we hit additional time here. Atlantic City looking for one more. Leading up 4-2. Pontani gave it a whirl. He's got it back again here in the corner. Kicked out of bounds. Still Atlantic City ball. Says to throw it in.
Yellow on 7.
For Westchester.
Gonna get another yellow card out. This time it is on Blackwell, and apparently he is still fuming after the disallowed goal. Would have brought Westchester back within one. Referee jogging over to the far side to talk with Westchester head coach Blaze Santangelo. I believe now he just got a stern talking to from the official. The yellow as well. Certainly looked like a third goal for Westchester, but after the referee's decision, remains 4-2. This ball is loose, and now Westchester trying to clear it up. Still trailing. Blackwell giving chase. That goes out of bounds. And now Atlantic City will throw it back in with Says. Up ahead. Detweiler knocks that one out of bounds. Atlantic City ball. 2 minutes into additional time for this one. Patton. Pontani now trying to get loose. Now he's tripped just outside the box. Got a foul. There's some discussion down in the corner. It seems like Atlantic City is bound for a victory here. Let's see if they can get one more for good measure. Pontani and Caduni staying over the ball. They get the go-ahead to resume. Back to Pontani. He'll just try to play keep away in the corner here. Ball did go out of bounds, and it's still ruled in favor of Atlantic City. That flag came up. Like I say, just trying to burn out the clock here. Pontani hits it ahead. Like I say, keeping it in this corner here. Out of bounds again it goes. And it's Atlantic City ball. Blackwell's ready to throw it back in for Westchester. Is now Patton. Try to get it back in. Westchester trying to work fast after the foul. Still additional time. A little more than 4 minutes gone. But might not be enough here for Westchester to get 2 pushes. It just goes to show you how big that disallowed goal was. If that went through, it would only be a 4-3 game. Pontani tracking this one down. It's over to Says. And now kick it back to Dorchin. Send one deep. Semedo giving chase. Doesn't get to him. Says again. Cudini. Now undeflected. Pontani almost took it. Now he goes down hard. Ball goes out of bounds. Pontani in pain. But that'll be it. They'll check on Pontani. But the final whistle blows. And after some craziness late in that second half, Atlantic City comes away with the victory 4-2 over Westchester here this afternoon. Goals scored today for Atlantic City: Jeremy Opong, Auden Tate, Christian Snyder, and Loic Jean-Baptiste. First 3 coming in the first half. Jean-Baptiste, a big one in the second half. And both goals credited for Westchester to Thomas Fielding in the second half. A couple thank yous to give out before we sign off. To Chris and Liz Rattray from Live Site Productions. To ACFC President Andrew Wildgus. I am Nick Costco saying so long once again. Your final score here this afternoon from Egg Harbor Township High School: Atlantic City FC 4, Westchester United Soccer Club 2, as Atlantic City improves to 3-0-1 on the season. Now 10 points, and they remain in first place in the Keystone Conference. Atlantic City back next week for Week 5 here in the NPSL. I am Nick Costco once again saying so long, and we'll see you next time.